So Scott, a 2-0 win against Chelmsford City. What's your assessment of the game?
Yeah, it was a scrappy, tough game, really difficult for both sets of players. They deserve a lot of credit actually. I said to Scott before half-time that I was a bit disappointed with how we played, but we walked across the pitch at half-time. It was really swirling wind. I think that made it difficult. It was dry and sticky, so it wasn't a classic. We've had some great games here in the past, but it wasn't ever going to be one of those. And we just said at half-time that, do we all believe there's 3 points here for us today? And if we did, and we did everything a little bit better, we thought we might be able to win the game. And it's first and foremost, 3 points are hard to come by, and we've got 6 this week and 2 really tough games against good opposition that challenge you in lots of ways, particularly physically. We stood up to that pretty well, and it's like I said, I thought we were a little bit unlucky in the first game against Worthing. Admittedly, from a coaching point of view, we shouldn't let that slip ever. And then Enfield, we were okay actually on the day. But there's no team yet hitting top form. We've played 4 games. I think we played pretty much the same in all 4 of them. We've lost 2, we've won 2. So that tells you where it is. It's a really competitive league, and we've got to do a lot of difficult things to win a football match, so really pleased with that today.
It was a game of 2 halves, like you said, and obviously the early substitutions made a huge difference. How pleased were you with their contribution to the game?
Yeah, look, they were outstanding, weren't they, when they came on. Obviously Sam had to come on early in the game and looked like he'd never been away. I thought he was outstanding, and to come on cold in a really really difficult position if you haven't played a lot recently. I thought he was excellent, didn't lose a header, and then they looked really strong together. We covered round each other well, used the ball well. It's everything we know Sam is, so that was great, and it's testament to the squad we've got. We didn't want to lose Kieran, of course, but once he went off, we were able to move Popey across one, and then he uses his qualities in that way. So I thought that was great, and then I just felt the lads needed a little bit of help. No slight on anyone that came off at all. They worked their socks off, did really well actually. But I just felt that if you're looking over on the side of the pitch and we're making 3 subs and you're seeing Jordan come on, who's got bags of energy, good size, lovely left foot, can run all day long for you. And then you've got Ruben and Nick coming on. I just felt it might just give the lads a little bit of a lift. That was fairy tale stuff, wasn't it? Because the goal was Jordan to Luke to Ruben to Nick straight away, and it's a goal. So sometimes we get it right, sometimes we get it wrong. But you're right, they had a really good impact, and not just them, but whenever. That's what we want our subs to do. We've kept Ruben and Nick really fresh. Tuesday and today really, so they'll be in a good place now.
You mentioned about Kieran coming off, obviously injured. James Waite went off with what looked a very serious injury. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Kieran's is a little bit of a sore one, so we need to just assess that a little bit. It's more of a kick on the calf, I think, which is obviously very sore but not serious. James was it looked a bit innocuous. He doesn't go down very often, probably not enough, but from our point of view, in and around the box when he's getting fouled. But it was 96th minute, and Taylor was trying to get a stretcher for him because we think it potentially could be a serious one, and the referee wouldn't allow it. So not good from his point of view to make the player walk off the pitch because he felt we might be time wasting because of where it was in the game. It's not his right to do that, I don't think, because he can just add the time on if he feels that that's the case. And we're a bit sore about that because we've got a player that needed to be stretchered off, and we were denied that opportunity, which I think is pretty much disgraceful. We're really unhappy about that. Obviously it's raw, we don't want to see any of our players injured. James is in a bit of pain at the moment, I think that was clear to see, but it might settle down in the next 24 hours and we'll see where we're at.
And we go against Maidstone on Monday. How prepared are you for that?
Very prepared, yeah. I don't know who puts these fixtures in because they talk to us about the Christmas and New Year fixtures, and we could be playing Torquay, Truro, Bath, Chippenham, Slough, any of those bank holiday Monday. We'd both get a good crowd, but instead we're having to travel, I don't know, nearly 4.5 hours to Maidstone, but we'll do it right. We don't sulk about it. We'll get on with it. But look, it's a big ask. We've had 2 teams away from home that are newly promoted on a Saturday and a Tuesday consecutively, and we've had Worthing, now Maidstone and Chelmsford, who all finished in the top part of the league. So look, really pleased with where we are. We're not where I want us to be yet, football wise. We're not as fluid as we'd like to be, but we will get there. But we are showing good resilience. The last 2 games particularly, we've looked strong aerially. We can't always say that about us in the past, but I think we've recruited well. It's still gelling. We're getting there. We've had some really good performances again today. And look, we'll come in tomorrow. We'll meet here. We'll have some food. We'll travel to Maidstone. And I'd just like to thank the board for that, really allowing us to do it, because it's a big ask travelling there on the day of a game. There's a lot of risk on a bank holiday as well because of traffic, and you've got to remember that lads have to get to us before we go. So look, when it's possible to do so, and when it's the right time, we'll do things properly. So look, we're travelling up tomorrow. We'll get a good night's sleep. We'll prepare as best we can for another tough team that are, again, another full-time team. So but we'll have a bit of belief from that today and Tuesday. It's been a good week.
Great, thanks Scott.
Cheers.